Hello, I'm Jack Cheeseman for Education Today, and I'm here with Elliott Levine, Director of Worldwide Education at Qualcomm Technologies. So, why is the education sector so important for Qualcomm, given that you already operate in a variety of sectors and industries?
Qualcomm really believes in intelligently connecting everyone, everything. How can we do that when there's over 1 billion children still impacted by the digital divide? Or in some cases, experts call it digital poverty. Without connectivity and access to digital learning, they have less access to learning, less access to their careers, financial opportunities, healthcare opportunities, and overall, it's going to impact themselves and their entire societies. By addressing connectivity amongst young people, we're affording them opportunities that are going to impact their entire lives for generations to come.
How passionately do you and Qualcomm feel as a company then about the importance of putting these handheld devices in the hands of students from deprived regions?
I've been in education myself now for 30 years, and I can tell you, when I was first meeting with Qualcomm, there was a story that appeared in the United States about a young child who was walking to school, sitting outside during the pandemic in the Southwest just to have internet access. And he's there on the concrete with a chair, and as a parent and as an educator, it pulls at my hearts. And the opportunity to be able to make sure that no child has to experience that again, that's what gets me up every day. That's what gets me excited about doing a project like this and having a company with the technology and the commitment to get behind it.
So what do you see as the inherent problems with past efforts to supply these devices to developing nations?
The passion, the commitment was always there. I think the problem that we saw with so many of these one-to-one initiatives was that the technology wasn't ready. The processing performance didn't deliver what was necessary for learning. Battery lives didn't last very long. Connectivity assumed that there was Wi-Fi or some sort of fiber available nearby. And even if they did try to address some of those different areas, it was often too expensive to really be financially sustainable as a program. And with our Snapdragon Compute reference designs, we've really worked to proactively address each one of those 4 areas.
Talk to us about Qualcomm's new reference design device and how it stands to solve the education gap in developing nations today.
Well, with these Snapdragon reference designs, we really tried to address a lot of these core areas. First, with our 7C Gen 2 processors, we're delivering substantial performance compared to a lot of the technology used even recently by schools across the globe. It delivers ample battery life that we can talk about in multi-days, typically more than 14 all the way up to 18 hours of battery life. In terms of connectivity, there's both Wi-Fi and cellular connectivity built into the device. And we designed these reference units to be able to be sold to schools and ministries for no more than 160 British pounds or less.
Enabling a world where every child and every educator is intelligently connected is a great ambition. But how far are we away from this globally? Surely this is as much at government state level as well as a cause for Qualcomm as well.
I won't kid you, it's not an easy goal to accomplish. But a teacher who inspired me throughout my life always taught us to set our goals high. We now know we have the technology, the ability to bring the digital divide and end digital poverty this decade. Whether we choose to do that really relies not only on corporations and nonprofits, but governments and ministries need to make learning a priority. It is the one natural resource that is truly abundant and never-ending. If we can see governments prioritize learning, they're only going to reap the benefits for generations to come.
Elliott Levine, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for your time.